Hey guys, it's Eric Crownover from Nerdy Geek Talk, the source for all your nerdy geeky needs, here with episode 14 of Steel City Bots. Here with me, I have Gaia. Gaia, how are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good, yeah.
That's good. I also have Jared. How are you?
Doing really good. I'm glad to be back from work.
That's good. It's good to have you back. Good to have you back too, Gaia.
Yeah, I might want to talk about that a little bit while I was gone after the introductions. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a little boring without you two. You know, it was just me.
Yeah, I watched the episode.
Oh, and
by
Tanner. Hey, Tanner.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And that's why you get to go last.
Well, technically, I was in the last week's episode, but
Yes, you were.
I wasn't in the episode.
Video
True.
footage of you was. Unlike
Yeah.
Gaia. Gaia was completely absent.
Yeah, and the reason for that was, well, the weekend before last, so 2 weekends. Listen, it's been a long day, okay? But anyway, that weekend, you know what I'm trying to say. Michiru actually had to go into the emergency room, like early Saturday morning. She had her appendix out. Like, it was scary as crap. And
Yeah,
then, so
it's not pleasant.
that was, yeah, so that whole weekend we were just, I mean, anymore it's such like it's like such a streamlined procedure, but it's still, you know, you got the usual stuff you got to worry about with like any surgery.
Yeah, it's just not a
Yeah.
pleasant thing to have to
So-
deal with. So
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
came home Monday, but that combined with other things, we'll say, I just could not make it to the show, and I'm sorry. So the what we got this week will actually be from 2 weeks ago
for her,
when
but yeah, that's
when
fine.
that,
It's
when
just
that comes around.
it's just what did you get since the last time you were on?
Yes,
so, you know,
exactly.
You're good
So when
for
that
it.
comes around, I'm just yes. Anyway,
So
better and happier news.
we have something that Tanner will like quite a bit. So this week's history lesson, I checked on TF Wiki as always, and it's December 14th this time, recording the week of the 11th of December. But December 14th in 1954, James Horan, I believe, Horan was born. And the reason that's important is because that is the voice actor of Transformers Prime Wheeljack.
Yay!
That yay!
Yep, I think you can tell that he likes him just a little bit. You know?
He's just so cool. I mean, he's not like any other Wheeljack, but he's okay. I don't count Armada Wheeljack. In fact, I don't count anything from Armada. But oh man, Prime Wheeljack is just awesome.
Do not disparage Armada.
I was gonna say,
That's what I grew up with.
Prime Wheeljack is awesome, but yeah, so is Armada.
Hmm.
But yeah, so he is turning
63.
63? Is that right? Is he actually that old? He sounds
At
like not that young, and I mean he
50
sounds
well,
not that old.
1954
Prime,
plus
so-
60
No, yeah.
would be
No, I'm just doubting whether or
2014
not I got
at
that right.
3.
I don't know. I guess that is true, but I did not think that Prime Wheeljack was that old. So,
He doesn't sound it.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he recorded it a couple years ago.
yeah, but still over
So-
60. Well, actually, it'd be around that. Anyways,
Yep.
moving on to what did everyone get? First off, we have Jared. You've probably the most exciting stuff, so you can go off first.
All right. What I got was Wave 1 of Power of the Prime Legends class figures, along with Wave 1 of Prime Masters from Power of the Primes. And they're all awesome. I really like them all. Very glad I finally...
So just go over each one really quickly.
All right, Prime Master wise, Skullduggerin, he's pretty cool. No, I don't really know much about the character, all that. I don't know much about the character, so he's not kind of like the my least favorite of the three. We got Vector Prime, which I really enjoy. Just because of the way he looks, the silver, red, and yellow paint on him just really go well with the blue on him. And oh man, I can't remember his name now.
Is it Cloudburst?
No, it's the
Cronus. Is it?
Alchemist
yeah,
Prime?
yeah,
Oh.
that guy, Cronus.
Cronus.
Yeah, it's Cronus with the Cloudburst armor, I think.
Yeah. Much like Vector Prime, he's real nice. Paint on the paint on him is really cool, and it's a simple gimmick, but it works, and I really like it. And I'm probably going to be getting some more of these guys real soon.
So you think they're like good? They're almost like target masters, sort of, even though they're like pretenders. So do you like
Yeah,
them? Like in their gun modes?
and yeah, their gun modes are pretty good. I've been able to get some of the Legends class figures I got to hold them fairly well. Some of their elbow joints though are a little too loose for the weight of the gun itself, but
Which is fair because Legends class are pretty small. Prime Masters
Yeah.
almost, like half their size. So actually probably
yeah,
more than
and
half.
these things are really meant for like Voyager class, Leader class size figures.
So Legends class. Give those to us
Yes.
in your least favorite.
Yeah,
to
what's your
favorite.
opinion on Slash?
Go least favorite to favorite though. So start with the worst.
Least favorite, I will have to go with Wind Charger. Not because I don't like it. He's a real cool figure, but I just like the other three better. And I just got these figures today, so I haven't had all that much time to mess with all these guys. But of the time that I've been messing with them, Wind Charger, his transformation is pretty good. I just don't really something about his robot mode just doesn't really
His
do it
head's
for
a
me.
little
I'm not
weird
sure.
because the colors just don't. I don't know the way that his face looks. It kind of doesn't
Yeah.
blend with his head. It blends too much with his head, is what I don't like. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have.
Jared,
fly
how
swivel,
would you
does he?
compare Wind Charger to Reveal the Shield Wind Charger? Or do you have Reveal the Shield Wind Charger?
I do not. So
Reveal the Shield Wind Charger is a different size though. That's a different size class, so I wouldn't really compare that. Scout class is different, but
Yeah.
you know what you could compare it to?
I mean, they're pretty similar.
Scouts are bigger and they get more complex engineering. They're not the same thing.
I know, but that was really cool.
Well, you know what wasn't really cool? Combiner Wars Wind Charger,
oh yeah.
which was really.
Dude, what are you talking about? Best figure of the year.
I hated that figure. That's one of the few figures that I've ever just outright despised. Which is why I'm kind of looking forward to Power of the Prime's Wind Charger. But
I didn't even know there was.
Actually, I mean, the car mode isn't bad, except for like the 4 exhausts.
that's not what I meant. I hate that mold. But the legs and stuff are just awful. But who's your next favorite?
Next up would be Dinobot Slash. She's a real cool figure. I really like her. Again, I don't know much about the character.
Well, that's because she's
Or,
a brand new character.
Yeah. Yeah, figure-wise, nice, solid. Transformation-wise, very cool. Very nice. Easy to get used to. Well, all these are easy to get used to. They're Legends class. Paint-wise, very good. And yeah, nice. Nice to have her in my collection. I don't really have much of that.
Do you think she fits the aesthetic of the Dinobots pretty well, or no?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Good. Because she is a brand new original character, so.
Yeah. Next up would be Shrapnel, which came out in the line before Combiner Wars, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
With the,
Thrilling 30, the generation
Yeah.
back then. It was the Thrilling 30. I think it was part of Thrilling 30.
Ah, yes,
and he
back
came
in the
with
magical year of 2014. Oh, yeah.
And he came with Reflector.
Yeah.
Target Master.
Yeah,
And,
2014 was almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Which means next year's the 35th anniversary of the G1 Transformers.
God.
but yeah, Shrapnel, he's a very nice figure. I really like him. I missed out on the Thrilling 30 version of him, and I already before this I had the hard shell and kickback, so I finally have all 3 Legend scaled Insecticons together, which is very nice. They do look pretty good together. And yeah, transformation-wise, a lot of you probably already seen it because he's been out for so long. Yeah, I like the transformation and articulation and whatnot.
And then your favorite?
My favorite would be Beachcomber.
Groovy,
I don't know a lot about
man.
just the overall look of him. I really like. I don't know why, but I just feel like a lot of the like he just looks really cool. Again, I don't know why, but for some reason he really stands out to me.
I really like the blue they used on him. He's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and I like that they actually did. They did paint the entire chest on him. It's not just a unpainted gray plastic. It actually is paint. Dune buggy mode, very nice. You can put a well, you can put a Titan Master or Prime Master or whatever in all of these figures in their alt mode except for Shrapnel because he came out before the gimmicks started coming. And yeah, my mind's kind of
you
blanking
ordered
on
them
what.
all from Big Bad Toy Store, right?
Right.
Okay. I was just wondering if you found them locally or if you got them at Big Bad Toy Store. So.
No, I got them. I saw them on Big Bad Toy Store, and I decided, well, I'm probably not going to be seeing them locally anytime soon, so I'm going to grab them.
Yep, I got all my deluxes locally, but I have not found the Prime Masters or Legends yet. So.
Yeah, I still have yet to see. Any of the deluxes locally.
All right, so Gaia, what did you get?
Well, like I said, this was a couple of weeks ago, but I got, well, first and foremost, I got the Comic-Con exclusive RC Headmaster, or Titan Master, or, you know what I mean, Titans Return RC. It was actually, I got there and how it happened, and I should have texted you guys a picture. I found a beat-up black box with like the Generations white logo on it.
Yep, that's what she comes in.
And I mean, I didn't know that's what it was, so I opened it up, and it had been opened. I guess, like everything was there, but like, my guess is it was like a return or something.
Wait, where did you find it?
Toys R Us.
Oh yeah, they've been selling them at Toys R Us's, so.
Right, but I mean, like,
exclusive now.
no, I know, but what I'm saying is like, the condition of the box made me think it was a return or something. Because, like I said, it's like it had been opened and then resealed. So I got that, which was like an amazing surprise because it was like hidden off to the side too, which you know, it makes me think somebody who worked there might have been trying to like save it. Maybe not even who worked there, but just like somebody else who came in and was like, "Oh God, I can't afford this right now. I need to go home and get the money."
Yeah,
Which
I wouldn't be surprised.
would actually be kind of funny.
Yeah, because that is a pretty, sought out after figure.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny though if like they went and then came back and they were like,
it's gone.
"Damn it!"
Like, they were so close.
Yeah, but I was there. I got what was it called? Movie 5 Drift.
Deluxe?
Yeah. Wait, there was a Voyager?
No, there's like Legion and other stuff.
Oh, right. No, yeah, Deluxe. Sorry, yeah. And I gotta say, having movie 4 Drift compared to movie 5 Drift, I like the colors of movie 5, but movie 4 is the superior toy.
Really?
Yeah, because the Mercedes thing on his chest on the movie 4 toy, if memory serves me right, was actually like flip down armor from vehicle mode. But on this, it's just a piece of the plastic.
I don't think it was.
Are you sure?
On the Deluxe? No. It wasn't. It became part of it. It was it was a Bugatti, not a Mercedes.
Well, this one's a Mercedes.
Yeah, the new one's a Mercedes. No, it was fake armor. It has the same transformation as the new one.
Are you sure?
Yes, they're a reshell. It's literally the same transformation. It just has new car parts and then a new chest because it has the new car part on the chest.
That's why I was fooled then. Because no, it's not. Because on the blue one, on the flip down armor, there were bits that folded back. There are some differences,
No,
but I do concede it's similar.
I have both right here. I'm telling you, they
Well,
are the same mold. They're remolded.
then
The transformation's
mine's-
actually backwards, though.
I gotta find mine then. It's here somewhere. I'll find it later.
Yeah.
Regardless,
It actually
that's-
it's impressive. They reshelled the entire vehicle mode, but it is the same mold.
All right. Well, anyway, regardless, the big purchase I got was Dragonstorm.
The leader class, nice.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
That being
Nice. Nice.
said, and I don't know if it's just a problem with mine or if others have had this, and if you haven't, I'm going to warn you now, be careful. I was messing around with it a little bit, and one of the heads just came right off. Like, I twisted it a little, and it just
Like
right off.
broke or came off.
Like the plastic just wore.
So
like it had been-
wasn't
like-
like at a rotational joint or anything. Like it broke permanently.
Like, I mean, I could fix it with super glue, and I still need to do that.
So it broke. Yeah.
It
I
broke.
was just making sure that it broke. It didn't like pop out of the
It
socket or
broke.
something.
It broke. Like, no, I know how to fix a broken socket because I used to pull mine. I used to, and sometimes still do, but just pull mine apart. So I know how to fix a broken socket. But no, it's broke. So
That is a
be
bummer.
careful. It's the right arm of the one that has the wings on him, like in robot
I
mode.
can't remember which one that is. I don't have.
I don't
it
remember
yet.
his name, but yeah,
Dragonstorm
he's
no, not Dragonstorm. I don't remember. Anyways.
Dragonicus, I think one of them.
Dragonicus,
I think that's the name of one of them, Dragonicus.
Those are the
Storm Rain,
instructions.
something?
Are these the
Something like
instructions
that.
for him? Let me see here. Nope, those are for MP Optimus. Well,
You're definitely right,
mean-
though. One is definitely Dragonicus.
yeah, whichever one has like the two heads in the robot mode, the head that is on his right arm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so be careful with that. Be careful with all of them, honestly, but yeah, especially be careful with that one. But I mean, aside from that, it's a damn good toy. He's wish he could have been a little bigger in like either both modes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
How big
most
are
of
the
the
robot modes? Are they like Voyager or what?
oh, they're well, you know, they're honestly they're a well, you know what? I got a Voyager and I've got a Deluxe right here to compare them. The big guy who I was just talking about, he is about the same height as Voyager Optimus,
Oh, they're not the same size. I thought the two.
but
were.
he's got more bulk to him.
Okay.
However, the other dude is like really like skinny. Like most of the toy is honestly in
the
one
fatter
I've been
ones.
describing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it's
this guy-
Dragonicus and Storm Rain. So
Yeah.
Jared and
Yeah.
I were right, actually.
This guy, the smaller of the two, he basically just turns into like the inner torso. The most of your Dragonstorm is on the big guy because he's got the wings, he's got the legs, he's got two of the heads.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing this guy has is the middle head and the tail and some of the inner guts.
He's the real guts of the team. The other guy's he's just a shell.
Well, I'd say the duo. They're about the same. He's also a little smaller by about a head.
Okay, so
And-
he's not just smaller like bulk wise. He's also a little shorter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, he's basically just honestly, and I hate to say this because I love it, I think they just added him so they could have it be a combiner. Like they could have done it where it was just one bot into a dragon, but
Well, I don't think they wanted to do one bot into a dragon
because
of
he's a
the movie.
combiner.
Because of the
Yeah.
movie, yeah, exactly.
This guy feels like an afterthought, honestly. Like I hate to say it because it's a good toy. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But whichever one the small dude is, he kind of does feel like an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, all in all, I'd rate it compared to the other movie toys I've got 7, 8 out of 10.
Did you get it on sale or for full price?
I actually got it on sale at Toys R Us.
So
they
was
were having, like,
that was
a
during
really
the
darn
30,
good
the
sale.
30% off, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was the only reason I was able to get so much because I was buying one of my friends a birthday gift at the time too, and I needed some money for Christmas gifts and for food. So,
Nice.
I was able to. Although that being said, let me put it this way: I am glad payday is Wednesday. Anyway,
So, would
let's
you
move
recommend
on.
getting it on sale or for full price?
If you can get it on sale, I'd say get it. If you can only find it on full price, I mean, it's not a bad toy. It's a lot better in dragon mode, honestly.
Mhm.
Like if you're gonna get it, keep it in dragon mode. And it's like I said, it's not bad. It really isn't.
But you're saying to probably get it if it's on sale rather than
If you can get
full
it on
price.
sale, if you can get it on sale, definitely grab it. If you can only find it on full price, I mean, if you've got the money to spare, go for it. If it's between that and something else you want more, maybe a little more, maybe wait, maybe hold off on the Dragon Storm. But he's definitely worth getting eventually.
Yeah, I see him right now at Target. Last time I checked, I think we have like two or three of him in stock, and
Oh, really? I haven't seen him. I only
They had
saw
a
him once
buttload
recently.
of leaders at Toys R Us. They must have just stocked shelves when I got there.
Huh.
yeah, we have like 2 or 3 at Target, and going back to like your one little QC issue, guy, with the head just shearing right off.
Mhm.
I remember a while back watching a toy reviewer MGO316. I don't know if I mentioned this already or not. I might have, but I might not have. He got
MGO has a mascot, Eric.
Yes, so do I. But that's not the point. Continue, Jared.
and yeah, on one of his on one of the two core bots. I can't remember if it was Dragonicus or not, but I think it was. He didn't come with a head. Like his robot mode head missing.
Oh, I thought it was a dragon head. It was one of the robot's heads.
Was that the big guy or the small guy?
I think it was the big guy.
Yeah,
I'm
mine
not-
has a thing where his head does kind of come off easily, so I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, but there was no head at all whatsoever. Not even like laying down somewhere inside the box. Like
Wow.
he just didn't have a head.
There's been a lot of QC issues with movie 5, huh?
Wow, that is just... Man, this sounds like a QC cursed figure. Like, I want it,
Yeah.
but... This is a figure that I'd probably want as a gift. I wouldn't want to go out and buy, but...
That's
Yeah.
the best way of getting him, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh, wait, speaking of QC cursed figures, you know what is a heavily QC cursed figure for me?
What?
Not widely, but for me, this was a very QC. It had a lot of QC problem.
What figure?
Well, it's not really a figure, but it's a funny story. You guys remember when Dark of the Moon came out?
Yes.
Yep.
You guys
I
remember
do.
Cyberverse for Dark of the Moon?
Yeah?
Vaguely.
Okay, you remember that Arc display set?
What was wrong with yours?
Okay, well, so I bought the first one, right? Yeah. You know how it splits into 3 sections?
Mhm.
One of the sections was missing.
What?
You're just
Yeah.
missing 1/3 of the playset?
Yeah.
Did you return it?
Yeah. And then
Okay,
I bought a
good.
Oh my-
second one. And you know how on the one side it has that little teleportation pod?
Is it
Sure.
just
The
gone?
pillars that
Pretend I
fold
have
up?
the set. I'll pretend I have the set.
Was it just gone?
Yeah, that was gone. And also the medical bay was gone. And also the front door was gone. And roller was gone.
Did you return it again?
What the heck?
I did. So I bought a third one. And it was good.
Oh my
I don't
God.
think I've ever heard of someone having to try 3 times to get it right.
I would have given up on the second. I would have given up after the second time. I'm
Listen,
like, this
the
toy is
first time,
obviously
though,
faulty.
the first time, that was just, wow.
Oh,
No, yeah. Once I can understand accidents happen. After the second, I would have just been like, nah, I'm just gonna get something else. This is not working out.
And what was funny is I bought the first 2 from Kmart, and then
There's a problem.
I went to Target, and the third one, they had a good one.
okay, that's good. But speaking
yeah,
of
just-
QC issues,
Just that first one, though, a third of the whole ship
that is ridiculous.
gone.
But speaking of
I almost-
QC issues,
Somebody must have opened it up. I'd
what
have
I
to
got
say.
this week also had QC issues. Well, only one, but I got Titan's Return Slug Slinger, and He's really awesome. I love him. He's great and everything. But the problem is the Titan Master, his feet are on backwards. And while that might not seem like a big deal, you know the little heel spur they have that like pegs into stuff whenever they sit in?
Yeah.
He can't sit in anything. He doesn't fit in this vehicle mode. The cockpit, it only allows room for the back where the heel spur would go, not for it if it were backwards. So he cannot actually fit inside of the cockpit, which is kind of a shame. And also, whenever he forms his head mode, the legs can't go all the way against the head, so there is this gap, which is kind of annoying. But it's not the worst thing. Overall, this figure is really, really great, like the figure itself. His two guns can actually combine, and they're really, really nice. I like the giant. They make well, not giant, but they make a nice big rifle. Although they're perfectly fine guns on their own. They make two great guns, but together I really like the rifle that they make. But yeah, they can be separated. My only other complaint, and this one isn't, because that's an individual QC issue. That's not a widespread thing. I don't know anyone else that's happened to. But it's a pins, so I'll either have to try to remove that or something. But
I was just about to ask, was it like the early ones, or was it a pin? And...
No, this one is from the Trigger Happy mold, which is also used on Misfire, which has pins in the hips and the knees. So I couldn't, because I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just in the knees, I could take off the hips. Nope, they are both pinned in, so I'll have to try to figure that out, which I may be able to somewhat soon. But whenever I tweeted about it, which I wasn't, too upset about it or anything, but I was just like, look, his legs are backwards. Someone asked me, they were like, did you email Hasbro customer service, which I had not done? I said, no, I don't think I will unless, because the consumer care is what it's called. But I was like, I don't think I will. I didn't because, unless I really can't fix it after I attempt on my own and it causes some major problems, like, I'm fine with it. It's not a huge deal. I don't want to go through the hassle. But someone told me that they got a Brawn, a Legends class Brawn, and it had a paint app error, like the paint app was like in the wrong spot or something. Not anything huge, sort of like this, but although mine can't function all the way, so I think mine is slightly above that. But they reported it, and they actually came back and said, they said, here, you can have a new figure. So they shipped him, but it was a kickback. So it's just whatever figure they have in stock, but they'll give you another figure of the same price point. But he kept his. It's not like he mailed it in. So, Gaia, I would email them about your Dragonstorm thing. Because if they have a Dragonstorm, it's about whatever they have in stock. So if they have a Dragonstorm, they'll ship you one. But you'll get something at the same price point. So you could get a Megatron or an Optimus or a Dragonstorm possibly if you email them. So I'd recommend that. So I emailed them about Slugslinger, and it said within 3 days I should get a response. So we'll see.
Oh, I might actually do that then.
Yeah, I know, because whenever the person tweeted at me, which I can't remember who it is if you're listening, I'm sorry, but they tweeted at me, and I'm very thankful, because I really wasn't going to go through the effort of it, but they told me, they're like, all I did was send an email, and they did that, and I took a picture and everything, so I just took a picture and put that in the email and sent that in real quick, and hopefully I'll get something at some point. You just have to make an account really quick, which you put in your address and email and stuff, which is how, and then you type the message as to, like, your complaint, and then they'll email you back. So I'll let you know if I get something, but hopefully I get some kind of thing for it, because, it is a little problem, but I wasn't going to make a fuss over it. But thank you to whoever did that, because that's nice.
When was this again?
They literally just told me this, I think, yesterday.
Okay.
So, I don't know when they did that, but it was recently, because that was a Titans Return Brawn, which isn't an old figure, so... It was definitely recent, somewhat recently. But my other fault, which I didn't say with the figure, which isn't a QC issue. This is something with the mold in general, because I know someone else that has this. The fists don't really click out, so they kind of sag inwards, which is a little bit of a bummer. The Misfire and Trigger Happy versions of the mold both click. They don't like lock into place when they're out, but they click so that way they don't sag inward like this figure tends to do, which is a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Overall, though, this guy's really nice. I really like his alt mode and everything too, so he's a really good use of the mold. and a solid end of Titan's turn because he is the last figure. I still need Overlord and Ramhorn, but I should be getting Overlord at some point soon. So, all right, Tanner, you didn't get anything new, did you?
That would be correct.
All righty. So, moving on to news. Who put that in the doc about the bisque thing?
That was me. SUPERBISK?
Yes. All right. So we have seen that. So first news item, which I'll click on right now, is that we have stock images. Now, in all fairness, this isn't super big news because actually this was announced at like HasCon. I'm almost certain I was there. I'm pretty sure I saw these figures. That's when they were announced. But Amazon listings, I believe, with stock images are going up of 2 combiners, crash combiners for Robots in Disguise, which are Prime Lock, which is Optimus Prime with Grimlock legs, and Saberclaw, which is Saberhorn and Bisque. So we are getting a figure of Saberhorn from Robots in Disguise, which is the Beetle character who like to fight with the sword, which is, you know, it's better than nothing. I wish we would have gotten a Warrior class because I actually really liked his design, but oh well. But he combines with Bisque, so it's a Bisque combiner. Bisque does make the top, so the combiner has giant claws, which is awesome. But yeah, the name is Saberhorn, and Diecast from Radio Free Cybertron and I both just automatically thought Saberhorn and Bisque is that the combiner name could be.
That looks like something from Beast Wars.
Horny Bisque, and we were just.
Really?
Yes, that's not the name. The name is
No, I know,
yeah.
but really?
Yeah, but both of us just saw that, and I was like, I didn't say anything, but he typed in the chat during the show. He's like, horny bisque, or I don't even, he might have just said it during the show. I was like, I saw that, but I wasn't going to say anything. But yeah, so it's a beetle and a car that turn into a person, and a lobster person that turn into a big lobster person with beetle legs. And it's awesome. And it's definitely going to be the thumbnail for the show. So, yes, this will come out sometime in April, I believe, is when it was labeled, which should be the next big launching point for toys, because that'll be the next movie line launch, along with, I believe, Power of the Prime's Thundercracker will be that month. So there's a decent amount of stuff coming out in April. What do you guys think of SUPERBISK?
I'm probably gonna get him. Like, I don't have any of the Crash combiners, but I'll probably get this one.
This will be my second Combiner Force figure if I don't get Shocknado before then. I haven't seen Shocknado. I would buy Shocknado if I saw it. It's called Shocknado.
What's it? Oh.
Does it have anything to do with Sharknado?
No, but that's definitely what they were going for with the name.
But
which is why I want to buy it.
Of?
It's 2 new characters. I don't know. They kind of look like Cyclonus and someone else, but they aren't. It's not Cyclonus. It's like Shock Drive and Quakenado, I think.
Quakenado.
I could be wrong on that, but
that alone sounds like a sci-fi original movie.
But yes, it's Shocknado, which is clearly supposed to sound like Sharknado, which I thought was awesome.
It's like Boston Sharknado. Sharknado.
Oh, and I wasn't even I didn't think that was real big news because, like I said, this was already announced, but it seems like everyone kind of forgot about it. So I've been having people tweet this at me, which isn't surprising because, you know, if you haven't noticed, I'm freaking obsessed with Bisque. So, you know, there is that. But
no, you don't say. You're obsessed with Bisque? Wow, I never would have guessed.
Really?
But seriously, everyone was like tweeting at me, and so I was like, well, I guess I have to talk about it. So, I mean, not that I'm complaining about it, because I really want that toy.
Anyone from Boston, I apologize for my really crappy Boston accent just now.
The only Combiner Force figure I have, not counting Warrior classes, I mean like actual Combiner from Combiner Force, is Menasor, who's good. Now, this will be a 2-person Combiner, which I don't have any of the Crash Combiners. I don't have
Eric, what would you say is better, Combiner Force Menasor or Combiner Wars Devastator? I mean Menasor and or G1 Menasor, or G2 Menasor.
Out of all of those, okay, if you can say G2 Menasor, then I'd probably say G2's Menasor. But okay, so being an actually good toy as Menasor, I think Robots in Disguise actually wins as the best toy.
Say what?
What?
As individual robots, Combiner Wars definitely wins, but the Menasor is not good. But Robots in Disguise Menasor, I really like him. His articulation is somewhat limited, but it's not awful. I really like him. Like, it's better than
How's the
T1
torso on it?
It's solid. Like, it doesn't move a whole lot. Like, the torso doesn't move, but it is solid. Like, it does not fall apart or anything, which I love. And it's really, I really like the design for Robots in Disguise Menasor. So surprisingly, yes, he's actually probably my favorite Menasor toy. Menasor toy, not like Motormaster or Dragstrip or Dead End toy, but you know, Motormaster, yes.
I'm still triggered thinking about Combiner Wars Menasor from the last podcast I was on.
Oh
Just
yeah,
that
you
whole-
were on that thing. We'll mention that at the end.
Yeah, that was oof. That show. Oh god.
But next
Not
up,
not the one I was on. Anyway. Well, yeah,
next
sorry.
up for news item is Takara. Last week it was just me and Tanner, but we discussed the fact that Power of the Primes for Takara, their series, went up for pre-order, and we didn't have any pictures then, but we knew. Are you messing around with your Legends class figures?
Maybe.
I was gonna say, I heard something, but we knew that they were going out for pre-order and that they were cheaper, but we didn't know what they looked like because there were no pictures. We now have pictures, and guess what? They're the same as the Hasbro ones.
Wow.
They're
Identically, or
yes, they're like identical. I think one of them has like a slightly different shade of color. I think it might be Rodimus or something. One of them, I believe, someone was saying has a different like shade to it, but overall the paint apps and everything are the same. It could be the lighting
Wait,
for the photographs
so you
are taken that's
mean-
different, but
You
yes.
mean Hasbro and Japan are finally equal?
But the thing is, they haven't shown off the Dinobots or Starscream, you know, anything like that. So we haven't seen, or Dreadwind, who will be with Blackwing, but we haven't seen figures of them. So Takara might go the Unite Warriors style, where they release box sets that are different from the Hasbro as a combiner box set. Which if they did something like they did with Grand Galvatron with a Starscream combiner, I would love that. Or if they did a Lio Kaiser, which I already have Combiner Wars Lio Kaiser, I would still buy it. So really,
Or if they do the real Grand Galvatron?
no. Unite Warriors Grand Galvatron is the best Grand Galvatron because it's
Technically,
an awesome
wasn't
weird
that
toy.
called Galvatronus, or is that just over here?
No, that's over here. It was called Unite Warriors specifically because it had a whole team. Galvatronus' whole thing was that he just mind controls anyone. Grand Galvatron was specifically had his own story and everything, reunited all the characters, which was really neat. And I really want that set still. It's a really cool thing.
I
and if
really
you don't
want
know what that
Titan
is,
class Grand Galvatron.
no,
Oh,
shut
man.
up. No, we're not talking about Cybertron with Galvatron limbs, okay? He's
You mean
referencing-
Unicron with Galvatron limbs?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, Decepticons, our latest plan of action. Alright, so we're going to take the bottom half of Unicron, and I'm going to put my arms, legs, and head on it, and yeah.
Put my arms down.
I get that reference, but yeah, they're basically the same,
too.
and it's possible that this could be a new trend that they're starting because of the movie for last night. Their figures, Takara's figures, were the same as Hasbro's. Now they also have Movie the Best, which several of their last night figures have gone into Movie the Best and gotten upgraded deco, that kind of stuff. But their main line for the movie was the exact same as Hasbro's individual, Hasbro's figures. Like they literally have the same exact paint deco and everything. So this could be a new trend we see. But I'm pretty sure for the combiners and the teams, like the Dinobots, which is a regular team, I think they'll get all released together. I'm also assuming we'll either see a Starscream combiner that'll be Grand Galvatron style and totally weird. And it could possibly have Blackwing and Dreadwind as members as part of it, or Blackwing and Dreadwind could come in a 2-pack later or something. But either way, Takara is going to do something special for those things. But for the other things that we see here, Optimus Prime, Rodimus Prime, the individual figures that don't have an entire team to them, they're just getting the same deco, which I'm fine with. I don't need to buy the Takara versions anyway.
I said we do Seeker Combiner.
I'm not opposed to that. I would love a Seeker
Yeah.
Combiner.
Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Acid Storm, and Sunstorm.
Awesome.
It would be
I'm
neat,
sold.
but we're gonna get a Voyager Thundercracker later, so you could have multiple
Slip-
seeker combiners.
Slipstream. Put Slipstream instead of Thundercracker then.
That would be neat, but I'm saying like you could also have cone heads and stuff, and you could also go the Grand Galvatron route and have like Armada Thrust was part of Grand Galvatron, so you can have other show seekers even be if you have if you make a Skywarp Thundercracker and a Starscream all out of
No,
Voyager
just
mode.
a Starscream combiner. G1 Cybertron Armada.
Okay, so actually, there's the Starscream, the Voyager Starscream, which makes the Starscream torso we have right now. There was a ghost
yeah,
Starscream
there was deluxe
limb,
Ghost Starscream. Yeah.
yes, which was a limb of Grand Galvatron. But there's also another combiner limb Starscream, which is Shattered Glass Starscream, which I actually have. So I have a Starscream limb. So you could either have two Starscream, two Shattered Glass Starscream, and two Ghost Starscream limbs to make a total Starscream combiner, or we could get some new Starscream limbs, which would be neat. I'm not gonna lie.
Or you could go Combiner Wars route and make Starscream a giant floating head.
You're talking about the show.
Yeah.
Why must you remind me of these things?
Well, you're the one who volunteered to do a show on it, so which,
I
again,
know!
we will mention at the end. But yeah, so take that what you will. I'm not opposed to Takara doing the basic figures that don't have don't have their own teams. I'm not opposed to them doing just the same decos as Hasbro because I don't want to buy them at all now. I can just buy the Hasbro versions, which I almost always do buy the Hasbro versions. Occasionally I'll buy the Takara versions, but I always want to, and it always makes me like, oh man, there's the Takara version. Like I kind of want both, which I'm kind of debating the 6-shot, but we'll see with that. But yeah, I'm okay with that. Meanwhile, if they do something different with the box set, if they do box sets, I don't know that. I would love to see that. And then those are typically different enough that I'd want to buy it. Which, if they do a Grand Galvatron style thing again, I will buy it because I really regret not getting that box set. I really wanted it, still do. But yeah. And then our last bit of news is Transformers Authentics, which is a new simple toy line. Those figures have been sighted in stores in the Philippines, so not in the United States yet, or anywhere else as far as I'm concerned, which is the Philippines is usually the first place things shows up. But they're pretty basic. I believe they're like Legends class size. Maybe they're deluxe. I don't know for sure. I believe they're like Legends class size. But there's Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Starscream, and Megatron. Now, they are $299 in the Philippines. That translates to about $5 in the U.S. For even, okay, so if they're deluxe size, that's awesome. If they're Legends size, that's still really awesome, because we get Legends class figures for, like $10, which these are not necessarily as high quality. Like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee don't have elbows, but you know who does? Megatron and Starscream, which is okay because those are the
Yeah, I
two
mean,
that
look
would
at
want.
Optimus's arms. I mean,
Yeah, they're like kind of just big bricks, but I mean, they're really simple figures. For $5, that's fine. For $5, I wouldn't expect elbows. Meanwhile, Starscream and Megatron do have elbows, so I'm definitely going to get them.
Can we get that on a shirt? For $5, I wouldn't expect elbows. One of Eric's great quotes.
Okay, you want to know a quote that a lot of people have just not been letting go of that I said on There Goes My Money, I think? I'd pay $20 for the right forearms. Yep, I said that. I'll give you... the context was that we were talking about the two third-party Age of Extinction / Last Night Optimus Prime designs. Because if you remember in Age of Extinction, I'll just go off on this really quick. Age of Extinction. In the beginning, whenever he gets a new truck mode, he gets a new robot mode. And he has a rifle. He does not have the gun. I mean, he does not have the sword throughout the movie till the end. When he gets the sword, whenever he grabs the sword, his forearms change. They become the knight style. One of them, I believe it's the alien attack. Yes, it's the alien attack because who did the lockdown?
Unique Toys.
Unique Toys. Their version of Optimus Prime, that design of Optimus Prime, does have the right forearms. It has the knight armor ones. Whereas Unique Toys, he has the sword and the shield. He does not come with the rifle, but he has the forearms that he had before he got the sword and the shield, which really bothers me because why would you give him the forearms that aren't the armor that he got whenever he got the sword and the shield if you're going to give him the sword and the shield, but not the gun? But either way, just a little nerd thing.
Look, Eric,
Speaking-
it's Michael May. Just chill out.
No. It has nothing to do with the movie. It's the third-party company that did it wrong. That's what bothers
Wait, third-party Michael May? Whoa.
me. Shut up.
Speaking of movie 4, if anyone has a spare, what was that called when he was at the beginning of the movie? The
Evasion
Optimus?
I need
Evasion.
that.
If anyone has a
have that
spare
feature.
evasion mode or knows how to fix him, I need it because I have him somewhere, but his little the thing that flips down for robot mode that's got the grill on it, it broke off.
Oh, that's sad.
I
There's
need
an-
a second
there's an
one because I
upscaled and
need
improved
another
one.
gun for it, so I can give it to Dark of the Moon Megatron.
Wai Zhang actually did an upscaled, so it's like leader class size, I think, and improved. Like they slightly altered the transformation, sort of like the Last Night Megatron that. Jared, you have it too, right? You got me it.
Yeah.
So Jared and I both have like the upscaled and slightly improved Megatron. They did that with that evasion mode Optimus Prime. They also did a Nemesis version, which I still want.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it
like
looks
it's colors.
gorgeous.
Nemesis colors, right?
Yes, and it's gorgeous. Like it has purple flames and everything. I really want it.
Yeah.
But it's improved, so like he has the swords too.
Oh.
Neat.
Yeah, and I also think they that Wei Zhang did the evasion mode Prime, and they painted him all to look all like rusty and beat up like he was
Did they?
in the
I knew
barn.
Takar did that. I didn't know Wai Zhang did that. Really?
Yeah, they did.
Huh.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah.
I can look it up real fast and send it to the.
Look up the
I was
price.
gonna say,
Group chat.
you might have to send that to us later, because you shop on that
Yeah.
site that has a lot of Wai Zhang stuff a lot, don't you?
Yeah, the Chosen Prime. They always have
Do they have the
good amounts
Nemesis
of
one?
stuff. I'm not sure. I'm
All right.
checking now.
Well, we could definitely check later too. If I might ask you to order that for me if I can. But
Name.
yeah, because that's a really solid figure. But yeah, that's about it for news this week. So moving on, we have the character of the week. Jared, who is the character of the week?
The character of the week this week is Beachcomber because,
He's
like
golden.
I said, he's.
Groovy.
But it's because you
Couldn't
love
have
the
said it
figure so
better
much,
myself.
right?
Yeah.
Golden groovy, good guy.
Who's his
Groovy,
voice actor
man.
again?
Let's check out the geography.
Who's his voice actor again?
His voice actor is Alan Oppenheimer. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
He also voiced Sea Spray and Warpath.
But yeah, that's neat. And I have a picture
Bam!
of him with a bunch of
Someone do a
animals
sea
around
spray.
him. Because yes, he is like a hippo. I mean, I just, oh my god. I'm tired.
If somebody could draw art of that, please do.
I'm
Beast
tired.
Wars Beachcomber turns into a hippo. Confirm.
Hippie. He's a hippie. He's not a hippo. If you wanna make a hippo.
Well, I didn't know
Beachcomber-
Beachcomber was in Beast Wars.
If you want to make a hippo beachcomber, feel free to and let us know. But yes, I meant to say he's a
Custom
hippie.
Rhinox Beachcomber Hippo.
So the picture I have of him here is a bunch of deer and animals and birds on him. You know, all around him, all nice, because he's all groovy and all obsessed with that golden lagoon. But yes, that is the character of the week. Moving on from the hippo, we have pretty pre-orders, which I actually have 2 items on here. First is a 2-pack. It is from Mr. Moon, which is a third-party company. I believe this might be their first set. But it's Master Series it's Mini Master Series MM01 and MM02, which is the recorder and the mic set. So these are Legends class size blaster and Perceptor. And I gotta say, they look pretty neat. My only problem with them is that I might be wrong. Their chest might open up. I can't tell. They don't come with little cassette guys either way. Okay. Yeah, Blaster's chest definitely does open up, but he doesn't seem to come with any minions, which is kind of sad.
Minions. He's an Autobot.
But yeah, they're still little chest minions.
Mini cons.
They're not mini-cons. Mini-cons didn't come around till later.
Okay, smart Alec.
I was gonna say,
Smart
mini-cons are they're a new thing in G1.
Technically, the concept's always been there. They just didn't really give them their own specific title until Armada.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't call the cassette bots mini cons. I don't know. I mean,
they do
you
in some.
could, but
They
I
do
don't.
in some variations, but anyway, we're getting off subject.
But yeah, they
I'm
look
taking
nice.
us off subject.
Tanner, do you want these?
I personally, I think they look really cool, and I like them because I like Perceptor and Blaster, and I really like that scene in the original movie when they kind of did a team up.
Do you have that sound wave? The sound wave that's like the Legends class, a third-party Legends class sound wave.
I never got around to it. I need to. Someone order that. I'll pay you for it.
I do. I have it.
How small are these?
They're like Legends class size.
Yeah.
They're, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
yeah.
got a few.
Yeah, that's what these are. Because third parties actually been branching off. Some companies have been branching off into this area more often than Masterpiece. Now, again, Masterpiece is the hefty majority of third party at the moment, but we're also starting to get some movie. But also, Legends class is a thing that's starting to become more popular. Also, Jared, that figure looks amazing. He just sent the picture of the wide Evasion Mode Prime. That is, oh my god, that's amazing. But yes, they are starting to branch off more. Like Iron Factory is a really big one. They're doing the Bruticus right now, right?
Right.
Which I believe they've been showing off pictures of the Onslaught, so that might be coming out soon. Jared, I don't know, because you did start that, so.
Yeah, I got their first set, and I'm waiting for their set B and C for their blast off and
Onslaught and
Vortex. Blast off. Yeah, Vortex. Blast off, Vortex, Onslaught. I'm waiting for them just to get these guys together.
And they're also going to be doing a DJD combiner, which is not the same company, but they're a company doing the same thing as this one. I believe this is a new one. But they're doing a DJD combiner, which is what's getting me hooked onto third-party Legends class size, along with.
I thought it was Iron Factory doing the DJD.
No, they are not the company doing what we're talking about, the pretty pre-orders, the.
Yeah.
No, Iron Factory is the company doing the DJD. That's not the company that is making these two figures that we have up for pretty pre-orders. So that's a 2-pack. The other thing that I have for under pretty pre-orders is, now there's 5 of these, but Generation Toys, which did do a Masterpiece size Devastator, which is really nice. If I would get one, I would get that one, the Generation Toy one, for the Devastator mode. Actually, no, Generation Toy, I believe that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that I actually would keep in Constructicon mode, because I love their styling, which I love their styling for these too. But we have, for pre-order, they are doing, which I'm not going to put up pictures because you can find it pretty easily. They are doing, Generation Toys is doing a Guardian combiner, which is their Defensor, which should look really neat. This is a Masterpiece G1 thing, which we get a lot of in third party, which is why I don't usually talk about it a ton. But these figures do kind of have their own styling to them. That's why I like Generation Toy. So I did figure I would put that out there, that they went up for pre-order this week. So check those out if you're interested. They are kind of expensive, but they are really big and really high quality. So yes, there are our 2 items for pretty pre-orders. Now, we are going to start doing question of the week, but I need to put up the Q&A segment, Q&A forum, for people to submit questions that we can save to do one a week. So we will be starting that next week. So next up we have random quote of the week. Tanner, what's our random quote of the week?
Oh yeah, hang on. Let me just get. Oh come on, man. Bulkhead, I needed that.
Not bad.
So Transformers Prime, Ratchet, correct? Yeah. Why did I just ask that? I didn't need to ask that. That was Ratchet. Now, what episode was that? Half of them.
Exactly. About to say most.
Optimus.
I'm doing mascot this week.
Nope.
SUPERBISK is our mascot this week. Muda. Dio.
It's
Brando.
It's Diaclone.
No, it's SUPERBISK.
Nope, it's Diaclone Bisque because
Dio. You thought it was Diaclone, but it was he.
Nope.
SUPERBISK.
Look at the show notes. It's Diaclone.
It's actually Risk.
But yes, Bisque is the mascot of the week.
Having a war
because I can.
Hey, you're
what
not
the heck?
giving my part.
And
What?
then Tanner put a bunch of pictures of Risk in the.
Yes,
In the
we were having
show
a bit of a war while you were talking. That's why I was notably silent.
and I just deleted all of that. Okay.
Muda.
But yes, Diaclone. I don't even know what that is.
Risk,
but
Risk.
Diaclone.
Oh my God!
Diaclone
Jojo!
Risk is the mascot of the week. So
Dio,
we have our
don't
social
believe
media.
his lies.
Just silence you. Okay, so also look forward to before we give out our social medias and stuff, we will be going up on iTunes. In fact, we are very much in the process of getting the page up, and it is starting to get up, but it's getting settled in. We have to get everything in to the feed. But yes, so by the next show, hopefully we will be able to say, hey, click here for iTunes link and stuff. But yes, we are going up on iTunes and probably Stitcher afterwards. If you have any other podcast stuff you listen to podcasts on, let us know, because we're willing to try that out. But yes, we are going to be on iTunes. We already are. We just need to get it, finessed. We will be doing 2 feeds, one that is just Steel City Bots and also one that is Nerdy Geek Talk with all of our podcasts. So definitely make sure to go check out both of those whenever they are up and running, which you'll see all over social media. If you follow any of us and the accounts, you'll be aware of it.
Hey, Eric, remind me to bring this up after the show about New Year's. So that's something else related to it, yeah.
But yes, also look forward to several things. We'll have some special stuff for the end of the year, including I'm talking about a year in review. It's also possible we may have some other stuff which we're going to discuss, as she just mentioned. But yes, social media. Make sure to follow us at Steel City Bots on Twitter. If you see any crazy, stupid tweets that aren't about Bisque, that's probably Gaia. But if they're about Bisque, that's definitely me.
Mew, mew, mew.
But yeah, definitely go follow that account because we'll be tweeting stuff out from there. And also follow at Nerdy Geek Talk on Twitter for anything else. I am also considering making a Nerdy Geek Talk / probably, it might just be Steel City Bots, Instagram. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because I've been getting more people from Twitter following me on Instagram for Transformers pictures, so I might just do a Steel City Bots one. We'll see. Because you guys take pictures of your figures whenever you get them too, so we could do that and share it. So we'll see about that. But you can follow me at Aramis Prime on Instagram if that is your thing, because a lot more people, because I've been saying that for a while, but just recently I've had a surge in the Transformers fans that are following me on Instagram. So go check that out. I post
you had a surgeon?
Surge
like a surgeon.
in, not surgeon,
Hey.
surge in.
Oh, the very first time.
And also follow me at Eric Crowbar on Twitter because I do a lot of tweeting on there. Gaia, what's your Twitter?
Usual. What's the word?
Disclaimer.
Guidance.
Disclaimer. Usual disclaimer. I retweet and like a lot of lewd material, not safe for work. So follow at your own risk. Can only recommend following 18 or older. My Twitter is at Shingeki.ass. And yep, that's about it. I'm also going to plug the Discord here. Hopefully Eric will put the link in the description this time.
Sorry.
All right. Just I'll make sure I get that to you tonight.
Hey, yeah, that's your fault. You didn't send it to me. Never mind.
Well, you have access to it, so I figured you would.
You said you would send me the. Oh my God.
You have access to it.
Yes,
so.
But you said you'd send me the link, so it's not 100% my fault.
It's like 50-50. All right. Fair
yes,
enough.
I'll take that. I was gonna take 100%, but then you said that, so I remembered.
Yeah, it is. I guess a little. Whatever. Anyway, next person.
Jared, what's your Twitter?
You can find me at Twitter at Jared Proco. I'm there all the time. So if you have any questions about anything that I got or anything I've said, ask away. No, try my best to answer.
And Tanner actually has been somewhat active on Twitter, a little bit, now that I've tweeted at him and have people tweeting at him. Tanner, what's your Twitter?
You can find me at Optimus Prime on Twitter.
And there'll be links in the description below, as always. We do have a website now, So
We do?
Yes, that just has all
Whoa.
that has all the shows
Wait,
on it.
what? You're telling us this now?
It has all the shows on it. That's all it's for. It's not a
Huh.
big deal. But
Cool.
link will be
We
in
have
the
a
description.
website.
Yes, the link will be in the description below. I like how that's what you're really excited about. No one else is really excited about the iTunes like I am, but you're all excited about the fact.
Hey,
we
I was
have a
so excited.
website.
I was telling people on random Discord servers I'm on and kind of bothering them with it.
Wait, Eric, is this the first part of 2 surprises, like season 1 Blu-ray of Steel City Bots?
That'd be awesome.
I don't think anyone wants a Blu-ray of us.
Honestly, I would buy that if we like CGI'd in like everyone. Like there was a CGI me there or something.
All
I will
right.
never reveal my face on this show. You all have to guess what I look like.
How about you plug the show you were on?
I actually don't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
But it's Sound
I am
Jack.
bad.
It's Soundjack.
Soundjack, yeah,
on
Soundjack's on Twitter.
Which, if you find him, which he is one of the people that expressed interest in being a host on this show, which, by the way, we are going to be having a new host soon.
Yeah, and I did enjoy being on there, and I apologize for not remembering. Yeah, Soundjack426 on Twitter.
You discussed the Combiner Wars cartoon, correct?
Yes, we did, and oh boy, I mean, you can get my full thoughts on it there. But oh boy, let me tell you, that was. I mean, it was an experience. Let me tell you.
So definitely go check that out. And
Yeah.
yes, thank you to everyone. I got a lot more feedback. I did put out a post about was searching for another host to have on the show, and I got a lot more response than I thought I would, and a whole lot more interest than I really expected. So yes,
I really hope next host is another girl, but I won't complain if it's a dude.
most of the applicants are guys. I think there's
Yeah.
one girl, which I'm
Oh,
not opposed
she
to,
gets-
but
She gets the job automatically. I declare it.
we'll
Girl
see.
power.
We'll see.
Wait, how are we judging this? Are we doing we each get a vote, or?
Well, okay, we'll talk about that when the show's not on. But
Yeah, good point.
yes, we thank you for everyone that expressed interest. Thank you. Just
Yes.
get that out of the
Yeah,
way.
thank you.
There was
That
a
is
lot.
really
There's
cool.
there's like 20, which is way
Whoa,
more
really?
than I expected. Yes, it went up
20?
drastically. So
Wow.
thank you
Thank-
all for
yeah.
expressing interest. We've also had several people express interest in being a guest sometimes. So yes,
Oh,
we're certainly
yeah.
looking at people to have for guests, but we should be making that announcement probably around New Year's.
Maybe we can make that.
Okay, by the way, for the
our
person that
space.
does win, it's really just an intern
It's not-
job.
it's not
You will be
winning.
getting us a lot of coffee.
No. Coffee's awful. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that nice stuff, because we've been getting a lot more people subscribing. This is going well. We're getting in a solid position for the new year. So
And very shortly, I might have a new podcast of my own up.
yes,
Knock on wood.
we are talking about that. So we are looking forward to new shows. Also, if you're looking at Nerdy Geek Talk, several other shows that have been a little dead for a while will be making a comeback, and they will be on iTunes as well. So definitely, as of next week, we'll have the link and everything up. And like I said, social media within this week, probably within the next few days, actually, I will be blowing up all the social media I have access to, getting people to subscribe to us on iTunes, because that is pretty exciting. So, nice explosion noise.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's about it for this episode. So thanks for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye, Nara.
See ya.